Lakers Grizzlies went down a couple hours ago, and as per usual when it comes to Lakers, they had a pretty slow start. Except for Kuz, he did start tonight in place of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and he actually got off pretty early. He was shooting pretty well, but then after that, after he started missing some shots second half, he didn't really get the ball that much the rest of the game. I think he took two more shots in the second half. But when it comes to the slow start in the first quarter, that was mainly due to them just getting cooked by virtually everybody on the Memphis Grizzlies. They had I believe 6 or 7 players score in the first quarter, and they were shooting 60% from the three-point line in the first quarter. But surprisingly, they're only down 11 points. Now, I know fans are going to be expecting the Lakers to blow out teams like this because Memphis without Morant and Jaren Jackson, you could say that's not the best team out there in the world. But when you are the champions, teams are going to give you more effort. One example of this I could give you is the Lakers when in 2017 playing against Kevin Durant and those Warriors. You know how they beat them, or how a couple years ago when LeBron got injured his first year, they beat the Warriors. They beat the Warriors too. So yeah, I mean, championship teams, they get more effort from every other team, so you can't be surprised. But expecting blowouts, don't know where that's coming from. And this team did struggle last year against some bad teams like the Hawks, the Bulls. They had some close games with them. I remember Anthony Davis' homecoming game with the Pelicans. He scored 40, but it was a close game at the end. So I don't know why they're expecting teams to get blown out every night. Kind of weird. And also just shows me when it comes to these fans I'm talking about these fans I either see on Twitter or in these game threads. It's like they've never watched these games before, because the Lakers, they have slow starts. If you watched them at least last year, you'll be aware that they have some slow starts. Anthony Davis had a slow start though. Really, he didn't score until late in the second quarter off a free throw, and he was very inefficient for the night. 5 of 14, 19 points. So he's still taking around 14, 15 shots a game. He was 9 for 14, 5 for 14, 7 for 14. So he's taking 14, 15 shots a game. He should be taking 20. I still think he should be taking 20. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, he was inefficient for the night. He was just missing those shots he would typically make. So not really gonna harp on anything too much. He did finally step up defensively. He was lacking that effort and energy, but he came in 2 blocks, 2 steals a night. Another guy we're going to be talking about energy though was Montrezl Harrell. Really good tonight, 16 and 9, really gave them the spark off the bench they needed. And yeah, I mean, is he still getting cooked in some instances because he's undersized? Yeah, but he's out there for his effort and his offensive punch off the bench, not for playing stellar defense. One thing though I saw some fans getting mad that Anthony Davis was able to make up for every other player's mistakes on the Lakers, whether that would be Marc Gasol or Montrezl Harrell. So yeah, why I want him to win Defensive Player of the Year? They have to gel more defensively as a unit, because it's not gonna happen right now with the way they're playing defense in general. It's not the same level or intensity they had last year. But to those that keep clamoring to bring back Dwight or JaVale, just because JaVale and Dwight were more athletic and they got more blocks on defense, don't confuse them for good defenders. Because the reason why they didn't play that much in the playoffs, because they weren't that good on defense. They were good against Jokic, against Denver, but other teams, nah. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves when it comes to the whole, why did we replace JaVale and Dwight with Marc Gasol? No, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Again, Gasol, he's there for his passing and shooting, and it's rubbing off on Anthony Davis because he's having his career high of assists right now. Again, small sample size from 7 games being played, but he's getting more assists. He's still struggling in some double teams, but he's passing the ball a lot better. He's playmaking a lot better, and guys like LeBron and Marc Gasol, they've mentioned that. So I mean, that's good to know. That's a good development to see in his game. When it comes to AD's free throws, they're kind of shaky right now, but I figure he'll get in the rhythm. In a couple more games, next 5 to 10 games, he should be where his usual percentages are at, around 80%. And Yeah, we could talk about LeBron. Almost had a triple-double. Pretty sure he was like 2 assists shy from getting a triple-double. Coasted most of the game, but turned it on later in the second half. Made a logo 3. And yeah, he was LeBron in the fourth quarter. I believe he got like 11 points in the fourth quarter, so he did his thing in the fourth quarter. They got the dub. Simple LeBron stuff, you know. But when it comes to the scoring in general, it was a pretty balanced attack tonight. Like, I noticed that. Like, I'm pretty sure LeBron was leading the score with like 22 points or 25. Yeah, it wasn't super heavy on LeBron and AD. And one thing that is good that I've seen now lately is when it comes to Wesley Matthews, he's making a lot more of his shots. He made 4 threes a night, and this is great to see because he started off pretty shaky. I'm not gonna lie, looking like Danny Green in some instances, but he's looking a lot better now. It seems like he's getting more consistent, getting a better feel, and yeah, if he can keep making his shots and play some good perimeter defense, team's gonna be great. Last guy I will touch up on is Talon Horton-Tucker, our G League sensation from South Bay. Only problem I'm seeing with him right now is he's not playing with much pace and control. Like he'll get the ball, he'll get tunnel vision, and like he'll try to force a play, whether it's him, passing or finishing at the rim. And the problem is he's just not hitting those shots. Like either he'll break down the defender, he'll miss, or he'll blow by someone, go to the rim, and he'll miss, or he'll just try to do too much in possession early in the shot clock. So he's got to play with more pace, play with more control. But other than that, Lakers looking pretty good, 5-2. And with that out the way, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.